Check out what was going on downtown today. These folks, calling themselves pornographers against Helms, said they're all for spending their tax dollars on smut. If you remember, Senator Jesse Helms of North Carolina is leading the move to cut off funding for sexually explicit art. Although these folks said they were all for that funding, they're actually against it. Spokesperson Bill Kitner dressed up as a pornographer in a striped jailhouse suit to make his tongue-in-cheek points.
It's absolutely insane to be funding this type of stuff. And that's the point that we want to make. Actually, Senator Helms is on the right track, and we fully support Senator Helms working to cut off the funding for this trash.
Kitner also took a stab at the Mapplethrope exhibit, thanking Cincinnati for, quote, unselfishly shelling out your hard-earned tax money to help subsidize it. Kitner calls the exhibit taxpayer-subsidized smut.
One of the most controversial issues to hit the tri-state this year is once again taking the spotlight tonight. The Mapplethrope exhibit is the topic around town, and a singer, an internationally known playwright, and an anti-pornography group are now all speaking their minds about it. Eyewitness 12's Terry Jessup has details.
I have forgotten how incredibly powerful this work is. I was actually very moved to see it.
Singer Laurie Anderson, in town to perform at Bogart's, was one of Robert Mapplethorpe's subjects. She posed for him for this photograph shortly before he died. After Anderson viewed the whole exhibit this afternoon, she told me she was shocked by some of the photos, but added she's saddened by the county's argument that they are obscene.
You know, it's not the Waltons, but it was a kind of family scene that was going on in New York at the time.
Outside at nearby Vine Street, this was what was going on. A protest by a local group who, despite their tongue-in-cheek signs, believes that what is wrong with exhibits like Mapplethorpe's is that they are tax-funded.
It gets a whole lot worse than Mapplethorpe, but even the fact that they're funding pictures of men urinating in each other's mouth, pictures of men sticking their arms in other men's rectums, that's ridiculous. That's not art. That's absolutely insane. Now, if people want to do it on their own dime and their own time, that's fine. But I'll be darned as taxpayers that we're going to pay for that. And also in town today, renowned playwright Edward Albee. He shocked some people with his Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, so you can guess how he feels about censorship.
If you're going to permit it, who the hell is going to be doing the censoring? Are we going to permit some know-nothing government people out of Washington to do it?
A trial date in the Mapplethorpe obscenity case has not yet been set, and lacking any legal ruling, the lingering controversy here has shown many people only what they already knew, and that is that what is art, here in Cincinnati right now, remains in the eye of the beholder. Terry Jessup, Eyewitness 12 News at the Contemporary Arts Center.
The Mapplethorpe exhibit continues through May 26th at the Contemporary Arts Center.